Right, good evening. Welcome back again to another edition of our Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. We are back with respect to the next games that cost. So all the drama, everything that unfolded, the analysis, bro, post-match tactical analysis of everything that went on. Of course, also the pre-match analysis of the things that will go on tomorrow and on Monday, and some of the transfer rumors. On Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Obviously, like we've always said, always done, always insinuated, one subscribe to the channel, and I'm sure subscribe to the channel and turn the on notification and make sure say in the notification turn over to all. Send it anytime we are content about drop or have you are first to have it always on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Now be come on. I'm asking you, but it didn't come on. A lot of it today. There's been a lot of drama in football, a lot of drama all across Europe, and a lot of drama in terms of the conversation and you have here and all of those things. Now, first one is the conversation of the English Premier League and the facts. See, Slott really a top manager, and I know that by now we'll be to say Slott a top manager, but consistently the in-game management of Slott seems to be making the needed changes that Liverpool need and Liverpool want and require. See, prior to a game that Liverpool call away to the G-Tech Community Stadium, Ekokoboye in English Premier League, only two teams had won at the G-Tech Community Stadium. It was difficult for anybody to get results at the G-Tech Community Stadium. So when Liverpool were going there, we all knew it was going to be a difficult one. To be very fair with you, in the first half, Liverpool had all the chances that they are supposed to get. They played well, they dominated the ball. Not so much of clear-cut quality chances there, but then really, they are those that had the most shots, they are most that had the most of the ball. Control the game essentially. The game plan from Thomas Frank and the Brentford team was to quickly intercept play and then switch the ball into the path of a Brentford friend and Brian and Boemo. Senebia, they can hit Liverpool for the counter-attack because they knew say on the left-hand side, on the right-hand side, Abrantia Fenum, Constantinos Chimikas may come in deeper. Then, of course, Brandon Bomo was going to hit them at the back. But very good defensive work, first of all, for Abrantia Fenum, Virgil van Dijk, and also for Abrantia Fenum, Ibrahima Konate. Very, very good job done by Liverpool for and obviously, it sets the tone for the conversation, sets the tone for the game, and then he made it very, very huge. Liverpool for kept on pushing. Mohamed Salah was looking for that goal. It didn't happen. In the first half, it was goalless. Then in the second half, again, people go back and have the conversation about Slott, and then the fact that when he makes changes, they work. He brought on Harvey Elliott, brought on a Brantia friend Darwin Nunez. In the match before, it was a Brantia, your friend Diogo Jota, and Slott at the end of the and then he came to do the job. This time, it was Darwin Nunez. Before this match, now Darwin Nunez had just 3 Premier League goals this season at the dying embers of the game. Abrantia friend Darwin Nunez was able to get onto it. And today, I was saying on my Twitter that the difference between Liverpool and almost every team in the English Premier League today is that consistently somebody steps up for Liverpool. Now, Newcastle have Alexander Isak. They had gone a lot of games without losing a game. And Isak doesn't step up. Nobody stepped up for Liverpool. Mikel Arteta and Arsenal, consistently, it was Bukayo Saka that was stepping up. In the last few games, Bukayo is injured. Nobody's really stepping up for Arsenal. They've not had, about the last 5 games, just one of them has been a win against Tottenham Hotspur. They've struggled to get results in our English Premier League. Nobody's stepping up. We are talking about the case of Chelsea and the fact that nobody really steps up for Chelsea. If Nicolas Jackson and Cole Palmer don't stand, essentially, if Cole Palmer doesn't step up, nobody actually steps up for Chelsea. And that's the difference between team and friend Liverpool. Whilst Chelsea are struggling to get people to step up, Diogo Jota comes off from the bench and then steps up for team and friend Liverpool. Abrantia friend Darwin Nunez comes up and then steps up for team and friend Liverpool. When Mohamed Salah has been struggling for the last few games now, these two guys will step up and get a job done. Jota steps up, Cody Gakpo steps at a certain point in time. Domenico Szoboszlai at a certain point in time will step up. Luis Diaz best stepping up, and that is Liverpool. Consistently, they have players that have been stepping up when they have to step up, when they need to step up, and that's exactly the difference between Liverpool and Abrantia friend Darwin Nunez. with all the things you say about Darwin, the fact that he can come off on the bench and score 2 goals that wins the game for Liverpool at a very difficult ground like the GTEC Community Stadium, it's a huge one for Liverpool. For them, you give them a lot of respect. And it's Liverpool for being 7 solid points on top our English Premier League, and nobody seems to be catching them on top of the English Premier League. You know what? They have opened the conversation up. I was showing them, and they seems to be going. And then 2 goals to 0. Of course, can't get see over Brantia, your friend of Darwin, known as Liverpool now have 50 points as it stands now. Arsenal 44 points, Nottingham Forest 41 points, Newcastle 38 points, Chelsea 37 points, Bournemouth 37 points. Man City, Aston Villa have all not played in Yami Adama. These are the teams that are going to play tomorrow. Important set of games, and those are the ones that went on. A lot of credit to Andoni Areola and then Emrantiano. Very good game. Very good game from Andoni Areola and then Emrantiano for the kind of work that they have been able to do. And then they went away to St. James's Park. It was a place where even before now, Newcastle has been winning. Alexander Isak Eshego. And see, this is a Bournemouth side that they have a lot of injuries. I think about 8 or 5 senior players at prepare. Now they come in with young squad. What Andoni Areola has done excellently well is the aggressive high press. And maybe it's the reason why people need to give some credits to Chelsea coach Efren Enzo Maresca. Because to be very honest with you, after everything, after how Bournemouth makes it difficult for almost every manager, Andoni Areola makes it difficult for every manager, all the times that Enzo Maresca is sharing, and he has totally controlled the game, totally busted. Of course, application is something anyone can affect games and change certain things in matches. But in really, Enzo Maresca has constantly controlled matches anytime he plays against Abrantia, your friend Andoni Areola. And that's the conversation that we're having today. I say on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. And today it was excellent. It was Abrantia friend of Patrick, Justin Kluivert, the son of Patrick Kluivert. Also 3 goals for team my friend in Bournemouth over there and dominating the play. Excellent job for team my friend AFC Bournemouth. On the part of Arsenal Football Club, inconsistency. Mikel Arteta and the Mantiene have been inconsistent. I told my senior colleague and my boss, Delali Atiasa, today on Love FM, said one of the reasons why Arsenal struggled last season and prevented them from winning the English Premier League last season was because in a crucial game like this against Aston Villa, they failed to win last season. And it happened again. I mean, it's like darkness, my old friend. And man is saying, in Arsenal, lead 2 goals to 0. In fact, this is not the first time this season. In about 5 games, Arsenal from winning positions have ended up drawing 2 goals to 0. They throw the game away. Of course, one first goal pulled up by a Brantier friend, Yuri Telemans, and then the next one by a Brantier friend, Oli Watkins. But Arsenal controlled the game, totally busted over there. But defensively, they had capitulated. But you see, it also coincided with the injuries of some of Arsenal players now. Ben White here out, Ricardo Calafiori could not play. William Saliba, important player, was forming a formidable partnership between Ono and their branch friend Gabriel Magalhaes, was also absent, and it was obviously going to affect Arsenal. For now, we also talk about the absence of Gabriel Jesus and our branch friend Bukayo Saka in the team who could have gotten some goals from Arsenal. For Gabriel Martinelli got the first goal for them, but it's inconsistencies and affecting Mikel Arteta. While you analyze all of these things, you also talk about the fact that you would give Mikel Arteta, you cut him some slack because of a lot of injuries in there. For me, that second goal in the equalizer of Abrantia and your friend Oli Watkins is down to Thomas Partey. But Mikel Arteta played in there. Mikel Arteta played him as a makeshift right back for him to invert. The positioning for that cross was not good enough at all from Abrantia friend Thomas Partey, and that really affected Arsenal for Oli Watkins to get onto the end of that ball and then slot it in. So as it stands now, like I said, Liverpool for that 7 points off Arsenal. It is getting difficult by the day because Yami had watch say team a friend in Nottingham Forest. So we able almost on ball match now. That's so much they go 1 point off team your friend Arsenal, making it even more difficult because Nottingham Forest are coming and they need to get a job. Now when you have the English Premier League table now, it means that teams with set Chelsea and Enzo Maresca, they need to be very angry. They need to be very angry for Yami Monday match of Wolverhampton Wanderers because if Arsenal, as it stands now after 22 games, 44 points, Nottingham Forest, all 41 points. Almost short channel. Cup again 44 points. Joint second with team and friend Arsenal, and the Newcastle 38. Chelsea Shock 40 points. It means that there's 4 points between Chelsea and the second and third position, which is very, very good for Chelsea if they keep up the momentum. And then Reece James inaugurated the inaugural Reece James Youth Cup for the under 14s, essentially tournament. All by Chelsea boys under 14 number, then they'll be seeing some quality players, and just a way of nurturing and then mentoring the young group, and that's what Reece James is doing. And it's a big one for them. Enzo Maresca and Mranti, and then Joshua Kofi Champion spoke about Maresca. Or sister Odi Maresca and Comodia. The kind of qualities Maresca the mom, the confidence Maresca the man, and the details of Maresca the mom partners. It tells you how much of an intelligent manager Enzo Maresca. Maresca knows say Monday he needs to get results. If Chelsea gets results, it's good for them. If they don't, the fight becomes a strap chaos. You better the proper pre-match analysis of what Chelsea can do against Tima, your friend Wolverhampton Wanderers or Holland. But then really, it's a game that Chelsea should be able to win. In English Premier League matches not also team my friend Tottenham Hotspur will play tomorrow. Graham Potter could not get a second win. Crystal Palace, and then of course we'll fly all the way to the Spanish La Liga. Capitulation again, inconsistency. Barca inconsistent. Barca found out by Getafe, but then what a job done by Getafe for them. Solid job by Getafe. In fact, I sounded the clarion call this morning. So Barca matching against Getafe is going to be difficult. Barca have scored them twice in 2024, but in some way they were struggling 0-0, 1-0. Tough games for team and friend FC Barcelona when they are going to play against Getafe. And it was a similar game plan as we've seen for a very long time. A lot of hard work without the ball. Of course, Getafe for sat in a 4-5-1 without the ball, tried to close down spaces and then reduce the spaces a little more, make sure on them. They did that job excellently well. But for me, one of the things that was very good was the fact that in a low block and as a mid blocker, sometimes it's about the pressure and the intensity of your press when the ball gets into certain zones where you have to press and be a little bit aggressive. And that's one thing that Barca did particularly very, very well. To be very aggressive in zones where they have to be aggressive, to make sure that Umber prevented Barca from getting all the spaces to hit them or make sure they did it excellently well. Our game Nana Barca airborne, and eventually they were able to get that very good draw. Of course, first goal from Abrantia, your friend Jules Koundé, very, very good one from Koundé in there. Of course, a lot of the Barca players were complaining after the match, say it should have been a penalty on that ball for Abrantia friend Jules Koundé. And again, Koundé after the game went ahead and say, Barca, they are frustrated. It's a shame what a draw over there, because it was a good chance for Barcelona after saying Atletico de Madrid elusi to team friend Leganés away the Spanish La Liga. It was a good chance for them to close in on them, but just 1 point and Barca team close in. It means that still Atletico de Madrid on top with 44 points. Madrid about 19 games, they have 43 points. So Madrid 18 Misha, Madrid go to 46 points, and it means that Madrid have a huge chance of going on top of the La Liga for the very first time this season. A huge chance for team my friend FC Real Madrid for a very, very good job done over there. Barca makes the chance of going to 40 points in Punamo, 39 points after that draw over there for team my friend FC Barcelona. Not good enough for Barca, but it was a difficult game. Inconsistency, like I said, Obi Bisa said, what is wrong with FC Barcelona? It's the inconsistency of the team in the middle of the park. The fact that Barca cannot keep consistent results. Again, I've said it. When you are a team and you come in and you press Barca aggressively, that's we just spaces in behind that. It is easy for us, the flex system, to thrive when you press like that and you're aggressive and leave spaces, because now he's able to via the structure isolate the best players to 1v1 against yours. Now, say players the any qualitative superiority against his, then definitely it is going to affect you. Definitely it's going to be a worry for who team, and he may end up getting all the results on only teams, and that's something that Hansi Flick has been doing very well. But when he plays against teams like Getafe, that seed possession to team friend Barcelona sits back allow you to come at them and then ask you to break them down. But then there are certain zones where they are aggressive to try to win the balls and be compact there. Then that is very, very difficult for team your friend FC Barcelona, and that's one of the big headers and then Barca for one hard. It wasn't too much of an easy game. Yes, they came closer. Yes, they should have gotten something from the game. Yes, there were things like a penalty shot and all of those things for team your friend FC Barcelona. But again, you give a lot of credit to Abrantia, your friend Abrantia, to Gather Fiifi-Manfred for the good job that they did over there. But then what a pass for that Kunde goal. Excellent pass from Abrantia, friend Pedri, to be able to slot in that pass for Abrantia, your friend Jules Kunde, to open up the scoring for team your friend FC Barcelona. I mean, we all thought Barca were going to grow from there. Barca were going to get more results from them and then begin to get a lot of results. But it didn't happen like that. Barca went into the game and it was difficult. Players beat Abrantia, friend Alejandro Balde, had a very, very good performance on the left hand side. Again, consistently, anytime Abrantia friend Rafinha will attack in and then attack the channels, it means that Balde became the width over there for them, and he did that very well. Jules Kunde actually a phenomenal goal from a good pass from Abrantia, your friend Pedri over there. Of course, some elite tactical knowledge to create that pass from Abrantia friend Lamine Yamal. Actually, Getafe defended with all their players. Even so, team your friend FC Barcelona should have gotten the chances that they got. It's frustrating. The day that Getafe gets relegated, of course, Barca for best celebrity. It was a tough one, but like I said, Barca struggle against these very difficult, well-drilled, oiled, low blocks now. Barca always struggle against them, and they have a game. Our Spanish La Liga. Like I said, it leaves Barca third. It gives Real Madrid and more a chance to go on top for the very first time. Our Spanish La Liga, and I doubt Madrid for no contopper, they are going to let it go. Of course, Carlo Ancelotti and them yet said Mundo Massa reported said he is not under any form of pressure from team from the hierarchy of team your friend FC Real Madrid. He says that he feels supported. Carlo Ancelotti said he feels supported at Real Madrid after a week which saw them beaten 5-2 by rivals Barcelona in the Spanish Supercopa, prompting a meeting with CEO Jose Angel Sanchez. Jose Angel Sanchez, Real Madrid and Jose Angel Sanchez meeting. After that, he was able to feel Madrid for his support, and they are right behind him to make sure everything is going to go on well for Ono Papa, your friend Carlo Ancelotti. Amano as a manager, and that's a very, very good sign if Carlo Ancelotti is being supported. But then a lot of teams are struggling for that consistency. I was mentioning earlier about Arsenal. On January 4, Arsenal led against Brighton, almost 1-1 draw. January 7, Olusi 2-0 to Newcastle. January 12, about 1-1 draw, Olusi on penalties with Manchester United in the FA Cup. January 15th, Owini 2-1 against my friend Torian Mosper, and in January 19th, and then about 2-2 draw against team my friend Aston Villa. So in January, just one win for team my friend Mikel Arteta over there, and then the Mountain has been a very, very torrid one for them in terms of what they want to do. After that, Barca football game, the latest breaking news that has come is the fact that Marcus Rashford has not ruled out signing for West Ham on loan this month. If a move to Borussia Dortmund or AC Milan doesn't happen, Marcus Rashford may move to a club in England and then go on and see if he can get some quality time to play. Arsenal for a third in the UCL table, 2 down after the first leg of the League Cup semi-final, out of the FA Cup, 6 points off Liverpool, who have a game in hand. It means that Arsenal chances of winning the Champions League, winning Carabao Cup is off, winning FA Cup also out. Carabao Cup very difficult. League normally almost 7 points off team your friend in Liverpool. So very, very difficult for Arsenal to be able to win anything this season as it stands now. And it's a tough one for them. I think that today the biggest winner in the conversation of football and the world of football is Liverpool for any more manager, your friend Arne Slott, and how good he has been over there. Only one win in the last 8 La Liga games of Barca. Not good enough. Not good enough. Barca slump. Not good enough in terms of matches. Anyhow good that they wanted to be. It's not good at all for what Abrantia, for what Barca want to do, what Hansi Flick want to do. It's not a good one for them, and then it goes on and on and on and on and on and on. Barca for now pushing, said they should have gotten all of Barca for now. They should have gotten a penalty over there, but it's not working. It didn't happen. It's been a huge deal over there for FC Barcelona, and they've struggled to get a job done. Of course, Barcelona won a third one. Barca dropped 2 points and failed to take full advantage of Atletico de Madrid's defeat, and Real Madrid can become the real winner this weekend after the 5-2 loss to Barcelona. Madrid have a chance to go on top of the Spanish La Liga, and that will be a huge one for the Ultimate Kosher Barca, Ultimate Kosher Madrid. That's Ultimate Babaka, Ultimate Besheria. Then you are in trouble. It's wide open. Can Aston Villa secure Champions League spot? Wait to see over there in terms of how good things can be. Of course, in the Italian Serie A, Antonio Conte has gone on top of the Italian Serie A again by going away to Atalanta Bergamo to go and beat Gianpiero Gasperini's Atalanta by 3-2. What a performance. Davide Neres, Scott McTominay, of course, Abrantia, Scott McTominay, Davide Neres, and all of these guys have gone on and they've done an excellent job for Tima Gefreno. Napoli, Lukaku also. Napoli have won 8 of their last 11 Serie A games for the third time in their history. First time 2017-2018, finishing second. The only time was when they won the Scudetto 2022-2023. And again, the Don, Antonio Conte, seems to have done it again for Tima Gefreno in Napoli. We'll wait to see how that is going to be able to pan out over them for Napoli as the season goes on. Of course, Ademola Lookman was able to score, but it wasn't enough for Napoli and as it stands now, Madrid are in there to be able to go in and get the first proper win of the winter after all the things that they went through this weekend. Barca and Sano. Madrid seems to be on the right path after everything that's going on well for them. Barcelona have 1 win in 8 matches. La Liga, not good enough for Hansi Flick. This is where we draw the curtain on tonight's edition. Yami Adamo Chinanopa will come back with you with one, and then later in the day another one, and after the matches another one on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. We are your consistent update analysis on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Until then, do take care and take good care of yourself. We will meet again, God willing, tomorrow. We'll get into it.